Mike and Cage.
And I ain't change up, I got my change up. I bought a Beamer and a Jag in the same month. I've been hustling niggas mad cause I came up. I've been hustling niggas mad cause I came up. And I ain't change up, I done came up. I bought a Beamer and a Jag in the same month. I've been hustling niggas mad cause I came up. I've been hustling niggas mad cause I came up.
What's happening, y'all? We on to step 3. Step 2 was getting the pre-qualifying questions out the way. Now step 3 is basically coming up with the ARV and the MAO. The ARV is the after repair value. It's what all the houses in the area are worth after they're fixed up, fully updated, and are ready to sell for top dollar. The MAO is the maximum allowable offer. Now this is the offer that you'll be able to give these people, the top dollar that you'll be able to give them. You can't go over that because you got to keep it at this price for your buyers when it's time to assign, your contract. So to get the ARV, the easiest way to do this, if you don't have any tools, you don't have access to a realtor, is Zillow. And I'm not talking about the Zestimate. Let me show you. You're gonna go to Zillow. You're gonna type the address into the search bar, and the information about the property is gonna come up. You're gonna see a picture of it in the top left-hand corner of this rectangle. Now, what you're looking for is the information on the right-hand side of the picture of the property. You're looking for 3 things: how many bedrooms, how many baths, and how many square feet the property is. Now, once you get that information, remember that and go up to the right-hand side of the rectangle and click close. Now you're gonna see a map of the area where the property is. Now you have to work the filters. Now the filter that you want to start with is it's going to say either for sale, for rent, or sold. You want to get it on sold and click done. Now all the dots on that map should turn yellow. Those are the properties that have sold in the area. Now you want to go over a couple to bedrooms and baths, adjust it to however many bedrooms and baths that the house you're looking into is, and then you go over 2 more till it says more 2, and this is where you deal with the square footage. Now the square feet you're gonna let's say the property you're looking at is 1,000 square feet. You're gonna go maybe 200 to 300 down, a smaller size, 200 or 300 above that size. So like I said, let's say it's 1,000 square feet. In the left hand box for the square feet, you will put 750. In the right hand box, you will put 1250. So that gives you a nice little range to deal with. It's going to pull up all the houses around that size. So then you scroll down and you're looking for sold and last. So on that, you want to click 12. You want to put it on 12 months and click done. Now all the yellow dots on that map are your comps. Well, not actually. What you want to do is you want to get everything in the 12 block radius of where your property is that you're looking at. So you're going to take that 12 block radius, you're going to look at all the yellow dots, and you're not going to cross over any highways or busy streets because those are no longer comps. So let's say your property that you're looking at is on this side, and it's a highway right in the middle of this circle. In the middle of this radius that you're looking into it's a highway. So now what you want to do is you want to only look at all the yellow dots on this side of that highway. All the ones on that side, they have nothing to do with what you're looking at. They're not relevant. So basically what you'll do, let's say you got four dots. These are 4 properties that sold. The comparables, the comps. You hear people talk about comps. These are comparable sales in the area. Properties that have sold in the last 12 months that are the same or similar size to the property that you're looking into. So let's say it's 4 of them. You take those 4, you add up what they sold for, and you divide it by 4. Let's say it's 3. You take those 3, you add up what they sold for, and divide it by 3. And that's your ARV. That's the after repair value in that area. So now you want to get the MAO. The MAO is basically what you're going to do. The maximum allowable offer is that number times. A lot of people are going to say 0.7. Everybody has these videos with 0.7. I don't use that. What I do is I use that number times 0.75, and then you minus the repairs. Let's say the house needs, average house is going to need about 20,000 in work. So you're minus 20,000, and that's your MAO. That's the maximum allowable offer that you're going to offer these guys, because it has to be at that price range in order for you to bring it to a buyer and they be interested, you know, in getting the contract assigned to them. So and it's a couple other ways to get the ARV. Let's say that let's say you invested in yourself and you got PropStream, you got a subscription to PropStream. PropStream is going to give you all this information, and you know, you're going to type the address into their search bar, go to property details, and it's going to say comparable properties, and it's going to give you a list of them right there already mapped out, no guesswork, you know. So it's a little easier. If you got a friend that's a realtor, you deal with a realtor, they got access to the MLS, the multiple listing system. So, you know, the multiple listing service, so they can see everything that's sold in the area. So they'll give you all the comps too. But if you're just starting off, like I said, Zillow is good enough. So you can basically, we can basically blend step 2 into step 3. So you're talking to them and you're getting the condition. Now what you want to do is you want to take them on a little walk of the neighborhood. You basically just tell them this: okay, well, I got all the information now. Let's take a look and see everything that's sold in the area, so I can give you an educated offer. Do you have time? You know, always ask them. You know, then you're pulling everything up, and now you don't gotta sneak, or you don't have to call back, or you don't have to be on the phone trying to hurry up and rush. You're basically just explaining to them what you're doing step by step. You know, so you pull that up, you know, you talk to them. What you want to do is you want to present all the low comps to them when you're about to give them that offer. All the comps that you see, let's say in the area, those comps that you see, it's one that's 315, one that's 350, it's one that's 285, and it's one that's 250. Which two do you think I'm going to use? We're going to use the one for 285 and 250. We're going to show them the low comps because we're trying to get a low price. We save the high comps for the buyers, and I'll tell you about that later when we get into that step. So basically, you tell them that, and then, you know, you basically explain to them that you're gonna have to do repairs. I'm buying this property as is. I'm probably gonna have to put about 20,000 in. Like I told you in step 2, when they're talking about the conditions, you're gonna use this, you know, this information that they told you, and later in the conversation. This is later in the conversation, so you're basically letting them know, you know, I have to update the property. You know, it's been about 10-15 years since you've done it, so I got to do that. You know, and this is what is going to factor into my offer to you. So you're letting them know that. So, you know, you take that, like I said, you take the ARV, you multiply it by 0.75, and you minus those repairs that you explained to them, and you just explain to them, you know, you see houses are selling for around this price. You know, they'll give them the low comps, but then always tell them that these houses are fully updated. I always tell them that, you know, this is what the houses are selling for, fully updated. I always leave the high comps out when I'm explaining to this, when I'm explaining them this, and we're on the phone. So that's how you're coming up with that situation right there. So that's step 3. You know, we'll get into the next step, and you'll be closer to being able to close deals every single month. So just stay tapped in with me, man. I'm trying to break this down and not do long videos no more. I want to make sure that it's just, you know, piece by piece, so it's easy to digest. I don't want to just force feed you a bunch of information and you're trying to figure out where everything's at. So, you know, you can go to step 1 if you need it. You can come back to step 2 if you need it. You can skip to step 4 if you already got this step right here. So once we get everything together, you know, you're going to have an easy map of how to do a deal every single month. So like I said, stay tapped in with me, man. We gonna get it.